Welcome to the Therapy by Choice podcast, where we offer educational information on a variety of mental health topics. We speak to specialists in the field, and we answer your questions. My name is Robin Vance. I am an associate marriage and family therapist here at Therapy by Choice and your host for this podcast. Therapy by Choice is a private practice located in San Jose, California. At Therapy by Choice, we provide both in-person and virtual therapeutic services for individuals, couples, and families. People seek therapy for many reasons, whether you are a couple needing more insight into your relationship, a couple on the verge of breaking up, an individual who may be experiencing depression, anxiety, or career changes, or families grieving the loss of a loved one or needing guidance. Here at Therapy by Choice, we are skilled and prepared to help in many areas. A listing of our specialties can be found at www.therapybychoice.com and click on Services. We do offer a free 15-minute consultation for you to speak with a therapist to see if therapy and the therapist are a fit for your needs. To speak with us to see how we can meet your needs, please call or text us at 408-786-9651. That's 408-786-9651. Or visit our website at www.therapybychoice.com, where you can read about our practice, the areas in which we offer services, and read about our staff. That's www.therapybychoice.com. Therapy by Choice, helping clients feel better. Welcome to the Therapy by Choice podcast. My name is Robin Vance. In this episode, we will be discussing reasons for seeking therapy, some signs it may be time to seek therapy, and an overview of some of the features and options of individual, couples, and family therapy. As a clinician, when is it time to seek therapy can be a tough question to answer because oftentimes mental health isn't just one thing. Your mental health is a fine balance of emotional, social, and psychological well-being that includes our behaviors, our thinking, and our emotions. Now, most of us have accumulated a certain number of protective factors and coping skills over the years that serve us when we find ourselves in tough situations that require solutions. But what happens when our ability to handle situations is complicated by other factors like genetics, stress, physical health, present or past trauma, work problems, financial problems, relationship difficulties, or we find that we have no skills to face tough situations? When we don't have the tools needed to properly address those issues, we then find other areas of our life start to be impacted. This may look like having difficulty processing things in your life, decreased work performance, difficulties with relationships, withdrawal from relationships such as family members or friends, things being stagnant and not changing, not bouncing back how you may normally from tough times, and increased feelings of being overwhelmed by life, just to name a few. We then find that we are anxious, not sleeping or sleeping too much, not eating or eating too much. Maybe we've started drinking more than normal or engaging in behavior not typical for us in hopes to find relief for this mounting pressure that we are feeling. Then, of course, are the physiological responses, such as fatigue, insomnia, or sleeping too much, weight gain or weight loss, digestive problems, headaches, unexplained aches and pains, and increased heart rate. There may also be mood changes, irritability, anger, feeling hopeless or worthless, low energy, guilt and self-blame, and loss of interest in pleasurable activities. The list of responses emotionally, mentally, and physically to when we are not feeling our best can be exhaustive. For individuals, couples, or families, what I will say is, when you've done the best with the skills you have and you are still struggling, it's time to enlist outside help. Now, I know there are many who don't believe in therapy or who have a stigma against seeking out help. I know we've all heard conversations like, just exercise more or just get over it. And while exercise has many benefits, what happens to those who have no motivation, will, or energy to even leave their beds due to depression or stress? Or what happens if just getting over it involves continuously being exposed to the people that may be causing our stress? Now, this is also where the collaborative approach comes into play. As a clinician, when I hear someone telling me that they are being physically impacted, such as they aren't sleeping, they have no energy, or they're having daily panic attacks, my first advice is to reach out to your primary care physician. It's important that our physical health get checked to make sure to rule out any issues in that area. Your physician may then refer you to speak with a therapist for talk therapy and or a psychiatrist if medication is recommended. We will take a deeper dive into the different types of mental health professionals in episode 4. Now, for individuals, the choice to go to therapy is shaped by numerous factors. We may find that our normal social support, such as family members or friends, may not truly get the full scope of our problems. They may also have their own problems as well that they are dealing with, or maybe they are the source of our problems. Now, if you're feeling stress related to work, such as burnout or issues with time management, or situational stress, such as a recent move, or maybe your child just went away to college, you could see if your work has an EAP or Employee Assistance Program. Oftentimes, through EAP, you would be able to see a therapist for a specific amount of sessions each calendar year, depending on your employer's plan. I've seen some plans allot 3 sessions per calendar year, while some may allot 8 sessions. But there are some drawbacks to EAP, such as ease of access, and many EAP providers cannot and will not address deeper issues or mental health concerns, as these sessions are considered short-term. Now, therapy is one of the best things that you can do for self-care. Having that time where it is solely about you can aid in making you feel empowered to take back control of your life and your mental health. For couples, therapy can serve as many functions. Sometimes the goal of couples therapy isn't always reunification. Sometimes couples therapy may serve as a bridge to breaking up, or as a mechanism to help navigate a difficult divorce where children may be involved. At times, therapy is a safe place to hash out difficulties and have an unbiased party assist in finding solutions. For couples, although some therapists may do individual work, it is also important, if possible, for each to seek out their own individual therapy to focus on areas of personal growth and change. Now, in those situations, if I'm already seeing a couple and I see the need for individual therapy exist on a longer term basis, I will refer to another therapist, as it wouldn't be ethical for me to treat an individual in addition to seeing them as a couple. The same would apply if I was seeing someone on an individual basis. I wouldn't then start seeing them as part of a couple on a longer term basis. For families, it can often be difficult to get everyone to agree to go to therapy. In those situations, I always encourage all who are willing to attend to do so, and to always leave an open invitation for those who are hesitant or resistant to join at any time. Now, families seek therapy for many reasons. Therapy can be used to deal with the loss of a family member, an illness in the family, to resolve family conflict, or maybe to help heal multi-generational trauma and change patterns of thinking. Now, a question I get from all of my clients is, how long do I have to go to therapy, and how often do I have to come to therapy? Now, there's no concrete answer for that, as it depends on many factors such as motivation and what is being worked on. At times, as a clinician, I may be working with someone who has years and years of trauma, or I may be working with a couple who is in a season of transition or change. Also, the type of treatment modality that the therapist use may impact your length of treatment, as well as factors as if you're trying to use insurance or self-pay. I generally will recommend for people to try to attend weekly sessions if possible to start, as those first few sessions can be a lot, and you may find that going too long between those first few sessions can be a bit much as you're processing new information, or maybe information that you haven't thought about in a long time, and you're also learning and practicing new skills. What I will say is having an open, honest conversation with your therapist about the issues you are experiencing and how long they have been affecting you, and also what are your goals in therapy, can assist the therapist in creating your treatment plan. Lastly, again, remember, when you've done the best you could with the skills you have, it's time to enlist outside help. I want to thank you for joining me for this episode of the Therapy by Choice podcast. Don't forget to like and share this podcast, and feel free to reach out if you have a question or if you would like to see a specific topic covered. You can text us at 408-786-9651 or email us at robin@therapybychoice.com. That's Robin, ROBYNE, at therapybychoice.com. Also, visit our website at www.therapybychoice.com. My name is Robin Vance. Take good care. While we hope to provide insight and education, our podcast does not replace therapy, and listening to our podcast does not establish a therapeutic relationship. If you or someone you know are in crisis, please call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by dialing 988.